July 1st, 1916, 7:20 a.m. The Somme River, France. General Henry Rawlinson stood at the window, gazing out. Beyond his view, the battlefield lay shrouded in morning mist. 10 minutes later, 7:30 a.m. In the trenches, over 100,000 men waited. Most of them were still in their 20s. A soldier's hand gripped his rifle. That hand was trembling. 7:30 a.m. The attack began. A whistle blew. Across a broad front, they climbed over the top as one. Though it varied by unit, many advanced at a walking pace, due to heavy equipment and planning. They had been ordered to keep formation. But this became a march to death. They believed 7 days of bombardment had destroyed the German defenses. The British had fired over 1.5 million shells. Such was their confidence in the preliminary bombardment, they said, not even a bird could survive. But they were wrong. The Germans had withdrawn into dugouts so deep in places that they withstood the barrage. Fortified positions, reinforced with concrete. The moment the bombardment ceased, they emerged and mounted their machine guns on the trench parapets. The MG-08 machine gun, capable of firing hundreds of rounds per minute. Triggers were pulled. In the brief moments after the attack began, the first wave suffered catastrophic losses across multiple sectors. They couldn't stand up, but the attack didn't stop. Yet the attack continued. 10 a.m. The British had already suffered tens of thousands of casualties. Still, the next wave climbed over the top. They too advanced. What was Rawlinson thinking in that moment? Records show he was considering halting the attack. But with the policy of BEF Commander-in-Chief Haig, High Command demanded the attack continue. He had no choice. Evening. While fighting continued in some areas, the first day's assault had largely failed. By the end of this day, British casualties exceeded 57,000 men. Of those, 19,000 would never return. The maximum distance gained was 1 kilometer. This was the worst single day in history. But the battle had only just begun. July 2nd. The attack continued. But the result was the same. The soldiers were exhausted. Many hadn't slept for 3 days. Still, the orders remained unchanged. Advance. July became a month of mud and blood. Every day, thousands were killed or wounded. Every day, for gains of just a few hundred meters. The trenches became hell. But then, September 15th, history moved. The British deployed a new weapon. The tank. The Mark I. Approximately 49 of them. They were iron monsters. The Germans saw them for the first time. Iron monsters that deflected machine gun bullets. Many of them fled. Some surrendered. That day, the British advanced 2 kilometers. It was the greatest advance in 3 months. But it wouldn't last long. Only 32 tanks made it to the start line. Most of them were stopped by breakdowns or mud, with only a handful breaking through their objectives. The battle returned to a war of attrition. October. The rain began. The battlefield became a sea of mud. Soldiers slept in the mud. They ate in the mud. They died in the mud. November 13th. The British launched their final offensive. After 5 days of fighting, they captured Beaumont Hamel. That was the last advance. November 18th. The offensive ended. 141 days. While casualty estimates vary, combined losses for both sides are generally put at around 1 million. Note that total Somme casualties vary depending on counting methods. Different nations use different criteria, so figures fluctuate across sources. The total advance over 141 days amounted to roughly 10 kilometers. That was the result of the Somme. What was Rawlinson thinking in that moment? No records remain. But the man who commanded over 100,000 men, who saw more than 57,000 casualties on the first day, could never have forgotten. He must have relived that moment every night. 7:30 a.m. The moment the whistle blew. But the Somme was not in vain. Nations learned. You cannot walk in orderly fashion across no man's land in front of machine guns. Tanks must coordinate with infantry. Bombardment alone cannot destroy the enemy. Modern historians offer this assessment. The Somme was a learning experience. The blood spilled there modernized armies and laid the foundation for future victory. August 8, 1918. The Battle of Amiens. The British applied the lessons of the Somme. Tanks, artillery, infantry, aircraft, all working together. On the first day, they advanced up to 10 kilometers. In one day, the distance that took 141 days at the Somme. German General Ludendorff called this day the Black Day of the German Army. And 3 months later, November 11, 1918, the war ended. World War I's death toll varies by estimate, but military and civilian combined are often put at around 17 million. The over 1 million who bled at the Somme were part of that number. Today, the Somme is marked by countless grave markers. The Thiepval Memorial bears the names of over 72,000 Commonwealth soldiers who died at the Somme and have no known grave. These were men whose bodies were never found. Many of them died on the first day, and that number continues to decrease. Even now in the 2020s, remains are discovered on the battlefield, and through DNA testing, soldiers are regaining their names and returning home to their families. What does the Somme teach us? War does not go according to plan. Commanders do not have complete information. Soldiers follow orders. And in most cases, the result is tragedy. But humanity learns. We extract lessons from failure and pass them to the next generation. That is the meaning of history. So I ask you, history doesn't repeat itself, but it rhymes. If modern leaders faced a decision like the Somme, what should they do? How much sacrifice is acceptable in the name of victory? Share your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for staying with me to the end. The Battle of the Somme was one of the most tragic battles in human history, but the lessons learned there still speak to us today. If you value learning from history, please subscribe to this channel. We'll continue exploring the moments when humanity's choices changed the world. Until next time,